Good morning, Keller Williams, and welcome back to the Keller Williams Command training video series. My name is Marty Miller with Summit Property Group in Houston, Texas, and here to talk to you about some changes to the reporting tab. So if we come down to reports or reporting, the bar graph here, we've got a couple of cool things that are happening in that applet. I know that most realtors, at least the ones that I know and work with, are somewhat competitive, if not highly competitive, and we now have the ability to essentially compare our database health and database activity scores with other agents. And we do that by coming to the database health section first. You'll see there's this compare toggle, and we can toggle that on, and it now is going to compare my personal numbers, which are listed here in green or red, with agents in my Market Center. I can also select agents in my state, all agents in Keller Williams, agents in my production, and then top producing agents. So I like to go after the best. So let's say top producing agents. You can see that in my database, 97% of my contacts have phone numbers, while top agents have 77%. 99% have emails, 81% of top agents, 73% of my contacts have addresses, 21% of top agents do. So I will be transparent. I have not done a full import of my database. Right now I'm working with mainly the agents in my Market Center and then agents that I'm reverse prospecting with. These numbers will come down, so I'm certainly not trying to brag, as a lot of my contacts right now reside in a CSV file, and I'm working towards completing them there. And yet I'm certainly not at 73% on that CSV file with my other contacts. And yet this is a great way, and as soon as I get that CSV file completely cleaned up, I'll do an import. These numbers will come down, which will cause me to be competitive and want to bring them back up. Therefore, doing lead generation based upon addresses and getting all of my contacts complete contact information. Definitely want to be adding them to neighborhoods, find out their home anniversary and birthdays. The second section that we can compare with is the database activity. So we did database health. Second down here is database activity. And it basically tells you, okay, based upon the contacts that you have in your database, how many of them have you reached out to in the last 0 to 30, 31 to 60, 61 to 90, or more than 91 days. I'll be honest with you, I'm not real happy about this 67.8% number, and yet I do have some clear-cut work to do to contact people in my database. So I can click on compare. Now the only thing that makes me feel a little bit better about this is that this number is actually lower than all of the categories that I can choose from. So agents in my state, 92.4% haven't reached out in more than 91 days. All agents in my production level, and then even top agents, you can see when we're being transparent, right? So sounds like as a company, we all have a little bit of work to do with regards to reaching out and contacting our database. You can also see when this report was last pulled. So it was pulled this morning at 7 a.m. As I understand, this gets updated daily once. So if you are a highly competitive person or want to see immediate results, just know that you would have to check back in the next day. If I did a fierce day of lead generation on Monday and wanted to see these numbers change immediately, I would have to wait until the next day to see how I was comparing against other agents. So kind of a cool function of Keller Williams Command. If you are in a, Keller Williams Productivity Coaching Program, if you are on the ALC, maybe you just have a close group of Keller Williams realtors that you work with. Might be kind of fun to do a little competition, have some transparency and post your numbers, and then see how you guys are growing over a 30, 60, 90-day period in increasing all of these percentages towards 100. Hope this is helpful to you. Hope we all get those percentages up very, very soon. And as always, it's been great talking to you. Hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll look forward to talking to you again soon.